Hey guys, it's me, Beelit here, and today we're gonna do a little something different. A Let's Player named Refraxon recently tagged me for 15 questions, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll be answering some questions. By the way, check Refraxon out. He's a real nice guy, and he makes pretty good videos as well. So, annotation in the video somewhere. I don't know where. Anyways. First question, how old were you when you first started playing video games? So I've been playing video games for as long as I can remember. Simple as that, you know. I'm lucky to be able to say that because I know a lot of people, they gain exposure to video games later in their life, and I think that I'm lucky to have this exposure early because it gives me a deeper appreciation of what video games are. Yeah. What is it about video games that you love? I love that it's an imaginative art that comes from a developer's brain. Like, someone had to sit down and they had to create this thing for you to experience. And I think that's really cool. You know, you get a piece of their mind, basically. And I really like that about video games. Can violent and graphic games be a bad influence on people? They can. There are news stories about people that played too much Grand Theft Auto and ran people over as a result or something like that. I can't remember. But not everyone that plays Grand Theft Auto kill people in real life, right? Correlation doesn't imply causation. So, yeah, there we go. Violent and graphic video games could be, but they're not always. PC or console? I'm gonna say PC for Let's Plays and videos in general, because I do a lot of my videos on a PC because there are a lot of indie games on PC, and indie games are nice, short, and you know, you just make a video and it's quick, you know. I mean, let's put it this way. If I made a video on an indie game, I have an audience for that, but if I make it on a game that is going to stretch a long time, people might lose interest as a result because it's so long, right? So that's why I like using PC to make videos. But there's sometimes I want the feel of a controller, you know. If I want to play Super Smash Bros., I wouldn't play that with a keyboard. I would play that with a controller, and sometimes, in that case, console would be better in some cases. Do you watch Let's Players on YouTube, and if so, who? So, in terms of big names, I watch a little bit of Markiplier, a little bit of Jacksepticeye, and a lot of Germa. Germa. I don't know if it counts as a Let's Player, to be honest, but I'm just going to put him here. And I'll tell you why later. In the next question. Let's see. So, in terms of smaller named Let's Players, I guess, there's Refraxon, he tagged me. Pandalit, Dice, I don't know if I pronounced that right. Indie Respawn, Gideon the Goat, Romanov Dragon. Yes, I pronounced that totally right. There was just a few, there are a lot more, and I like to, you know, give them a little bit of support because I know the feeling sometimes when there's a video, I made a video, and then it seemed like no one watched it. You know, there's no views, there's no likes, no one's commented on it. I know that feeling, and I feel like it's so simple to not have that feeling. You know, you just have someone that comes in, pops in a like, you know, or watches it a few times, you know. So I want to give these guys a little bit of support, and I think that they're on the right track. A lot of them are great people, and they make amazing content, and I think that they deserve that kind of support. So I want to be there for them. If you watch Let's Players, do you have a favorite? If Germa counts as a Let's Player, then I would say yes. He would be my favorite because he's the biggest influence on me in terms of even how I talk, how I make jokes, basically. He's a big influence on me, and that's why he's my favorite. What is your favorite genre of games? I don't really have a favorite because I bounce everywhere. I play all sorts of games, and there's not a single one that I particularly hate, so I don't really have a favorite. Are you an old school gamer, or do you like the newest console? Or are you like getting the newest consoles? So, I don't have any of the new consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. I don't have any of those, so I can't say I like the newest ones. Old school, what I consider old school would be like Super Nintendo, or like 90s kind of era, and I don't play a lot of those either. so I'd say I'm a little bit in between. Nintendo or Sega? I'm gonna say Nintendo because I'm not sure what Sega does these days. So yeah, I can't really say. Favorite and least favorite video game character? I'm gonna say favorite is gonna be Xion from Kingdom Hearts 3 because, oh, that's a good character. Square Enix did a very good job with that character. And if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days, which is where Xion comes from, if you played that, you would understand where I'm coming from. She's an amazing character, and I'm not alone in that opinion. My least favorite is going to have to be Connor from Assassin's Creed 3. Not because Assassin's Creed 3 was a bad game. It's a good game. And it's not the best, but it's not the worst by any means, and it's a very good game. I feel like Connor could have had a little more work put into him, and he could have been a better character as a result. And I just feel like the character he is in the game is just... it's not fleshed out enough, in my opinion, and I think there was potential in him to be a good character. So that's why I'm not exactly a big fan of him. Are you a Let's Player, and if yes, what influenced you to make a gaming channel? I am a Let's Player. Subscribe to my channel. No, I'm kidding. What inspired me to do this was that when I play video games, I talk a lot. Like, especially when I have friends over, I just say random things at them, and sometimes we like pause the game as a result because we're just laughing all over the place because I'm just talking too much and I'm just saying weird things as I'm playing. And they said to me basically, why don't you do Let's Plays like other people do? And I thought, that's not a bad idea. I'll give that a shot. So here I am. My friends don't actually watch a lot of my videos, which is ironic because they're the ones that told me to do this. But it's okay, because I met a lot of other friends on here, and that's great too. Favorite video game soundtrack? I'm getting thirsty. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. Favorite video game soundtrack is the one that you're hearing a little bit in the background. Dearly Beloved. It's from the Kingdom Hearts series. Every Kingdom Hearts game, as far as I know, has a variation of Dearly Beloved. They have like a slightly different versions of it, and it's like a recurring theme as a result in the series, and it's such a peaceful soundtrack that I sometimes just play it. I put on loop. I just lean back in my chair and thinking, like it's peaceful or calm. And I dearly love it. Okay, I'm done. Any game recommendations? If you're really into tight controls and you're a competitive person, I would say Super Smash Bros. Melee. Because it's like the definitive of competitive play almost, for many reasons that I will probably go into maybe in a future video, I don't know. If you don't have GameCube, you can do Project M, which is a mod on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. They took Melee physics and they put it with, combined it with Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and made Project M, which is really cool. So yeah, play that if you want. Isles of Umbra, that's my most recent video, and I think you guys would probably enjoy that. That's actually a really good game. I really enjoyed it, so I think you guys would too, if you haven't already saw that. But yeah, Lethal League is also a really good one because it's just, controls are tight, the online is great, you meet lots of opponents, varying skill levels, and I think there's a high ceiling in terms of skill. And I really like that in games. It makes me feel like there's more to do. Fistful of Frags is also a really good one because even though I don't play that often, every time I do, I have a lot of fun with it. And it's also free, so I mean, why not? If you could be a character from any game, who would you choose and why? I'm going to say Captain Falcon. The reason why is because, well, he drives a plane a million miles an hour for races and money. Like, why not? And he's also really flashy. He's got a flashy style. I have to admit, my perception of him is based on Super Smash Brothers. I haven't played a lot of F-Zero games or anything like that. And in Super Smash Brothers, he's like a flashy character, and I think that's just cool. Who wouldn't like this super flashy dude that's like kneeing you in the stomach and punching you with fire coming out of his fists? Like, why not? Who do you tag? I'm gonna tag Indie Respawn because he's a cool guy, and I think he'd like doing this. Jamming Catalyst, that's another one. I think I think she'd enjoy this. She'd like to answer these kind of questions. I'm gonna also tag Captain because I think he deserves a little bit of this love. You know, I think he's also got good opinions as well. So I'm interested to hear what Captain has to say. Because he's a very different person from me, and I think that'd be interesting to hear. Alright, so that does it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out Refraxon as well, the guy that tagged me. He's a really cool guy, as I said earlier. And yeah, take a look at him. Take a look at the other guys. Take a look at me too. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, peace out. Bye-bye.